Today's video, stop being just a friend. Make her see you as the man she always wanted. Welcome to another video where I teach you how to become a real man of value, attract the right women, and build respect everywhere you go. Listen to me carefully because this might change the way you see yourself forever. I'm telling you this because I've been there. Watching a woman I cared about see me only as a friend while I stayed silent, powerless and frustrated. But I discovered the truth, the subtle shift that makes a woman suddenly notice you, respect you, desire you. Stay with me because what I'm about to tell you may change everything. He's standing there, watching her laugh with someone else. Every joke she makes, every glance she gives, it's like a dagger because you're right there, invisible in her eyes. You've been her friend, the shoulder to lean on, the guy who gets her more than anyone else, but she doesn't see you the way you want her to. And every time you try to step up, to show her you're more than a friend, you freeze, you're stuck. I know that feeling because I've been there. I felt the frustration, the bitterness, the sting of watching someone you care about only see you in one role. The safe zone, the guy who's always there, but never the one she desires. Listen to me carefully, because this might change the way you see yourself forever. The truth is, being just a friend isn't about her. It's about how you show up. Women are wired to respond to presence, confidence, and value. When you operate from a place of neediness, of trying to be liked, you create the exact dynamic that keeps you in the friend zone. But when you step into your masculinity, when you own your value and cultivate presence, everything changes. Suddenly, the same woman who overlooked you now notices, respects, and wants you, not just as a friend, but as a man. The first thing you need to understand is that this isn't about manipulation or tricks. It's about becoming the kind of man that naturally attracts. And that requires awareness, strategy, and real inner work. You're going to learn why this happens, what women actually respond to, and how to shift your mindset and behaviors so she finally sees you in a new light. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you may change everything. You've been doing what most men do. You've been accommodating, agreeing, listening, being a great friend in theory. But here's the problem. Too many men confuse kindness with submission. They believe showing care, always being available, and putting her needs above their own will earn respect or desire. It doesn't. Desire isn't built on comfort. It's built on challenge, intrigue, and emotional intensity. When you're always there and always predictable, you become safe. Safe is comfortable, but safe is invisible. Women are wired to notice strength, confidence, and autonomy. They want a man who can stand on his own, who has passions, goals, and emotional control. That's why you see her gravitate toward other men who exude these qualities, even if you're the one who's always been there. Most men also make the mistake of over-explaining their intentions. They try to justify themselves. I just want to be closer to you, or I care about you more than anyone else. This signals insecurity. Women don't respond to explanations. They respond to presence, action, and emotional energy. You need to shift from being reactive to being proactive. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about elevating the version of yourself that commands respect and desire. It starts with understanding your value. Every man has something unique to offer: perspective, strength, humor, ambition. Most men ignore these because they're busy trying to please or get approval. Stop doing that. Start operating from abundance, not scarcity. Recognize that your worth is independent of her attention. This shift alone begins to change the dynamic fundamentally. She starts seeing you differently because you've changed how you show up. Confidence is magnetic, and that magnetism comes from knowing you are enough without needing her validation. Another key element is emotional presence. Women don't just respond to looks or status, they respond to emotional energy. A high-value man is in control of his emotions, but he also makes her feel something she hasn't felt with others. He doesn't chase, he engages. He doesn't beg, he teases, challenges, and intrigues. He keeps a sense of mystery alive. And when you master this, the shift is subtle but powerful. She starts noticing the contrasts. The friends who are always reactive fade into the background, while you, the man who embodies calm authority and emotional strength, steps into the foreground. Now, let's talk about action. Knowing these principles is one thing, implementing them is another. You need to change your behaviors, not just your thoughts. Start by creating space. Be less available. When she reaches out constantly, respond thoughtfully, not immediately. Demonstrate that your time and energy are valuable. Pursue your goals and passions unapologetically. Engage with your own life fully, and she will begin to sense the difference. Next, amplify your presence. Stand tall, speak deliberately, and hold eye contact. When you interact with her, make every moment count. Humor, playful teasing, subtle challenge, these are signals of a man who's in control, confident, and desirable. It's not about being arrogant, it's about being measured, strong, and magnetic. Another transformative tool is emotional contrast. Be warm and engaging in one moment, distant and unattainable in the next. This creates an emotional tension that keeps her invested and curious. The friend zone is neutral and flat. Desire is dynamic and unpredictable. High-value men master this balance naturally. Let me give you a practical scenario. You're texting her and she's starting to pull away. The old you would panic, send multiple messages, or try to explain why she should care. The high-value version of you takes a different approach. You maintain calm, keep your responses light and playful, and continue living your life with focus and purpose. That pause, that emotional control, suddenly triggers interest because it signals independence, self-respect, and power. She notices. She feels the shift. And this is the point where she begins to see you not as a friend, but as a man she wants. In real life, this translates to all areas, at work, at school, in social settings. The high-value man doesn't compete for attention. He draws it naturally. He isn't needy, but he is engaging. He doesn't over-explain, but he communicates clearly. He doesn't chase, but he doesn't hide either. His life is full, his energy is high, and his presence is commanding. And women respond instinctively to this energy. Finally, remember this. Transformation isn't about instant results. It's about consistent action, self-awareness, and commitment to becoming the man you want to be. When you internalize these principles and practice them daily, the friend zone disappears, not because you've tricked her, but because you've leveled up into the man she always wanted without even trying. Take this seriously. Study yourself, understand your patterns, and start making deliberate changes today. Stop being reactive, stop being invisible, and start becoming the man who commands respect, attraction, and desire. You are capable of it. You just have to choose to step into that version of yourself and refuse to settle for less. The moment you embrace your value, take control of your presence, and master emotional dynamics, everything shifts. She starts seeing you differently. She starts wanting you not as a friend, but as the man who embodies strength, confidence, and emotional depth. So stand tall, speak clearly, move with purpose. Be the man who isn't available to everyone, but is unforgettable to her. Your transformation starts now. Before you go, remember this. You don't become a high-value man overnight. It's not about being perfect. It's about improving step by step. Real men don't chase, they attract. Real men don't beg, they build value. And real men don't look for validation. They become the kind of man that doesn't need it. If this video helped you, then do something most men never do. Take action. Subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with a brother who needs to hear this message. And tell me in the comments, what kind of man are you becoming from now on? I'll be here to guide you. Stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video.